Good evening, everybody. My name is Maria Mutu. I am the owner and founder of Zip Zip Mask. Zip Zip Mask is actually a vertical zipper mask that's used when for indoor masking or anywhere that masks are required. And although mandates are on the decline, there are still a lot of people that need masks, and this particular mask is just so um, it's just first of all it's very cool, but it's a vertical zipper mask and it's used so, and it opens up. I just want to give you guys an idea of what it is at the beginning of the live so that you are not questioning like what is zip zip mask. But along with just being a super dope cover or face cover, um, I've decided to use this platform to bring awareness of different mental health issues and other traumas in people's lives, just to bring awareness to everyone. And but today we have a spectacular person coming on because mental health can also trickle down to other aspects of life, such as hair care. And today we're going to be doing hair care therapy or healthy hair care therapy. So we have joining us LA Floyd of LA Floyd Beauty Co Salon. And I see her, so let me go ahead and bring her in. I'm very excited for this conversation. Bear with me one moment. Oh, this is so okay. This is not.
Hi.
Hi.
How
Hold
are
on one
you?
second. There you go. Jeez. I'm like, I still, after all this time, still don't know how to kind of work this camera. How are you?
It's a thing working live and Zoom and all this technology we have. So
Exactly. So we're all kind of learning. I am very, very excited to be speaking with you today because you are such a dynamic individual.
thank you.
You're so welcome. And then not only that, you are a dynamic hairstylist. And even though I haven't stepped into your salon, the conversation that we have had on a personal level with hair care. Oh no, you are freezing. I don't know if you can still hear me. Oh. Okay, I think you may be able to still hear me, but just the consultations that we have had on I don't know if you might have to go out. Oh no, okay, you guys, so she had to leave and she's probably coming back in, but um, let, hi Coco, how are you today? How is everything? Okay, here we go. Okay, here we go. Okay, she's coming back in, you guys. Bear with me. There we go. Hey,
I'm like,
hi. I don't know. Yours keeps freezing. I'm not sure if you're in like a bad spot.
is
It
that
happens.
is that better?
It's better for me, so I'm not sure if everybody on here can hear you.
Okay.
Okay, so I was just saying you're such a dynamic hairdresser. I haven't even stepped into your salon, but just the information that you gave me rather, on the consultation
Mm-hmm.
was just
Yeah.
amazing, amazing. And I just want to shed light on that portion of it.
Mm-hmm.
But now we're going to get into our discussion, which I'm very excited about because we were, and I'm just going to say this, like we were doing a personal consultation and I brought up certain things to you. And as we discussed it, we realized that there are so many aspects of mental health. And one of them is hair care
Yes.
because it can change hair. You doing your hair and having the right things can just change your life and outlook.
Yeah.
So
It can, and it changes how you feel. It changes how you view yourself. It changes how others view yourself. Um, so yeah, I think it's definitely important, especially as women and men, but especially as women, that we really try our best to learn about our hair. Because everything starts with education. Are you educated about your hair and what it takes to maintain or and gain healthy hair? And a lot of women are not. You know,
Right.
when I was in school, I had a lot of women who sat in my chair that just didn't know. And so I
Right.
feel as a hairstylist, you go to school and you learn, well, it's our duty to teach our client, you know, and
Mm-hmm.
the doctor teaches you about different things when you go to the doctor and they explain to you what issue you're having and why you're having that issue and how you treat that issue and what you can do. I feel like hairstylists the same should do the same thing. And so when
I
anyone,
agree with you.
yeah, when anyone sits in my chair or I do a consultation, my job, my duty is to educate you, you know, so that's why I do it.
No, and I appreciate you for that. I know that when I came across your page and I just saw your like gorgeous, just gorgeous hair, I had to get in contact with you because as I explained to you, I'm having hair issues, but since we have had that consultation, I have already seen improvement where my hair is not shedding as much. So
Yeah.
as I continue in my healthy hair journey, and of course I'm going to keep you abreast of it, it feels good. It feels good. We're going to go into our questions too,
Okay.
but let me just go ahead and include the comments that people are making
Okay.
just so that we have an open conversation with everyone. And if they have any questions, if you guys have any questions in regards to hair care or anything for Latifah, put it into the comment section or the question queue, so that we can address or try to address those questions for you. Because I'm telling you, if you have questions, please ask. This is the time to ask. But if you want some personal hair care, and I mean dynamic personal hair care for healthy hair, please book a consultation. You will not regret it. Trust me, you will not. I've done it. You can do it too. Okay, so we have a question. No, I'm sorry. We have a comment. Hold on one second. Good. I'm working with NYC Hair Challenge and Beauty Barber Magazine. That's from Coco, China. So that is pretty awesome. And that is something that you definitely want to tap into, Latifah.
I'll be sure to
Had some,
off the live.
absolutely. I've had some dynamic conversations with Coco, and she's such a wonderful woman. So definitely. Okay, so it's very important for energy can be transferred from the stylist. Yes, and that is true. Do you agree with that?
I totally agree with that. I feel like, you know, when we don't know what we're doing, the client can tell. And when
Mm-hmm.
we're just out to, you know, get paid for that service, the client can tell. You
Mm-hmm.
always want to come from a place where you have a passion for doing hair, but you also have a passion for your clients, you know, and you
Yeah.
have love for your clients, and you want your clients, when they come to you, you want your clients to feel like she has my best interest at heart. You know, I'm going to make my money from the service. That's a guarantee. You know,
Right.
first things first, I want to make sure that I'm right for my client. You know, I want to
Right.
make sure that I can fulfill the client's needs and I can help them achieve whatever their hair goal is. And if I can't, I want to let them know that too. And so that's a part of the reason why I started the Healthy Hair Consultation, because there's many women all over who may not live in Texas and they can't get to me. I'm based in San Antonio, Texas. And
Mm-hmm.
they're like me. They know how to do their hair per se, but they just don't understand their hair,
Right.
you know. And so
Mm-hmm.
I want women to understand their hair, because when you have an understanding, it goes a long way. When you're educated on something, nobody can take that from you. You have that education. That education is forever. So
Mm-hmm.
I'm not concerned if you never come sit back in my chair. I'm concerned with what you learn while you're sitting in my chair about your hair, because you take that hair everywhere you go.
That's right. And I love that you said that. I
Yeah.
love it. I love that you said that. And you are absolutely right about that. And what you said actually is going to lead us into our conversations
Mm-hmm.
and questions about mental health and how it plays a part in healthy hair,
Mm-hmm.
right? And
Yeah.
I'm going to call it hair therapy.
Oh yeah, therapy.
Yeah. Yes.
I'll call it myself the therapist at some point, but I'm sure somebody has that name, the therapist. But you're doing,
Oh,
it's much more than just doing hair, you know?
right. Or yeah, just combing and putting gel on it or throwing a weave on top. It's so much more, as I've learned,
Yes.
as you have taught me.
Yes.
Okay. Thank you. I appreciate you so much. Like you, I think already know how much I appreciate our consultation. Okay, so Do you believe that having the right haircut, the right products, and the effective hair care regimen can boost someone's confidence?
Yes, I believe that 100%. Well, the meat and potatoes of the hair is the haircut. So what is the shape
Mhm.
of your hair? How is it cut? How does it fall when you turn your head to the right? When you turn to the left, does the hair move with you? You know, I know for me, one thing about me, I'm going to cut my hair. So
Mhm.
always make sure my haircut fits my lifestyle. You know, I'm a busy mom. I'm a single mom. I own a business. I'm doing other things outside of my business. And for me, time is the most important thing that I could have. So I don't keep my hair too long. It grows, but once I see it
Mhm.
grow, I usually let it grow a little bit and then I get to a certain length and I cut it. You know,
Mhm.
haircut for me, when I have a really great haircut,
Mhm.
you can see it, whether it's growing out, whether it's short, whether I curl it, whether it's straight, you know that I have a great haircut. So just knowing that you have somebody who takes their time and doesn't rush through your haircut and it's not an even
Mhm.
leveled, it's balanced, that's
Mhm.
that definitely your confidence. Products are at the foundation of hair.
Mhm.
Products is like the food that you put into your body. Products is what you put on your hair. It's like the food, you know. So are
And
you getting the proper amount of moisture, protein?
mhm.
Are you shampooing often? Are you doing proper amount of treatments? Product
Mhm.
knowledge and what you put on your hair is so important.
And before you continue to the next one, I do want to say something about products, okay? So before I went into your hair consultation, um, I was buying whatever,
Yeah.
okay? And, you know, sometimes it was, oh, this is on sale, so I'm going to use it. Oh, it seems like it has the right stuff in it. Let me use that. But not understanding the chemistry of hair, I want to say, made me buy whatever I felt was right. And because I've never really sat down with anyone to really discuss my type of hair, I was buying whatever I wanted to buy until I came across you. So like I said, I appreciate it. So
Yeah.
thank you. So
Yeah.
it's definitely important to have the right products.
It is. It is. And then once you get the right products, then it's the regimen,
Right.
consistency. Anything
Mm-hmm.
you do in life, if you want to achieve a goal, you have to have consistency. So you have to have a plan.
Mm-hmm.
So your plan is, okay, this is my lifestyle. I'm really busy. I can't do much to my hair, so I'm going to get me a really great haircut that's easy to style, and then I'm going to get the proper the proper products to make sure that my hair stays hydrated and it stays strong, so I don't have breakage. And then
Mm-hmm.
what I'm going to do is I'm going to have a routine so I can maintain that haircut and my hair is getting that proper amount of nutrients, nourishment that,
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
and you put those three things together and you know you have healthy hair. Healthy hair starts with consistency. It doesn't start with your texture. It doesn't start
Right.
with ethnicity. It starts with consistency in products and having a regimen.
I'm, I'm so glad you said that because so many of us think that because we have um, a certain ethnicity
Mm-hmm.
or we have quote unquote Indian in our family that our hair is healthy. Okay, it's not because I have Indian in my family and honey, my hair was falling out. Okay, so it's not that at all. Okay.
Yeah.
Um, have there been instances where you felt that a client needed more than just a professional hair care help, such as somebody who's experiencing hair loss? But I want to go a little deeper into that question and just make a comment with that question. And basically, I mean, okay, so I'm going to bring up what happened at the awards show, right?
Mm-hmm.
We're talking about alopecia.
Right.
When you have a client sitting in your chair who has hair, but is experiencing that type of hair loss, and now it's becoming more of an emotional thing than just trying to fix what's on top of her head.
Mm-hmm.
How do you handle a client like that?
Well, I had an instance like that, and I was in school. I had a client who came to me every week. She came to me every week. And, you know, so after the first three visits, I'm pretty familiar with her hair, you know, after
Mhm.
visits, and we kind of have a, you know, we're becoming friendly. And one time she came to visit, she was out for a second. She wasn't feeling well. And then she came back. And then I noticed a drastic change in her hair. And I'm telling you, brushfuls of hair. I mean, you have a woman who has hair down to towards her butt,
Mm-hmm.
blonde, wavy hair, very little shedding. And now
Mm-hmm.
sitting in my chair and her hair is very frizzy, very resistant, and I'm having brushfuls of hair come out. And
Wow.
this is like in between a visit. You know,
Mm-hmm.
in that sense, well, one, I'm thinking to myself, okay, something's wrong because
Mm-hmm.
hair does not do this.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm figuring out, okay, I'm formulating in my mind what could be wrong. And then
Mm-hmm.
my client questions, well, how have you been? How, she's a mom and she's very busy. Okay, so number one, maybe it's stress. You know,
Mm-hmm.
live women, we live very, very busy lives. And if we're moms and wives,
Mm-hmm.
okay, our stress
Yeah,
level is high. So, I'm
exactly.
asking how she's doing, not really prying, but I'm trying to see where she is mentally and physically because all
Mm-hmm.
takes a toll on your hair.
Mm-hmm.
So then after she tells me that, I'm like, okay, well, maybe it's that. And then so you just, like I said, you have to have a genuine interest in your client because their lifestyle, their eating habits, their stress levels, medication, all of that takes a toll on their hair. And if if you're not informed on what your client is going through, what health issues they're dealing with,
Mm-hmm.
it will be very hard for you to help them figure out what's going on with their hair if you have a drastic change like that. So with that particular
Mm-hmm.
client, we went through hair loss for weeks. And it wasn't
Wow.
moderate shedding. It was every visit she had brushfuls of hair coming out. You know.
Wow.
And then I say, okay, well, first let me change the products that I'm using. Let me
Mm-hmm.
put some things away.
Mm-hmm.
I can't treat her with anything per se because I'm not medically trained. Cosmetologists are not
Mm-hmm.
doctors, not medically trained. So I can't prescribe her anything. I can't treat her with any kind of medicated product. I can only,
Mm-hmm.
add or subtract what I'm doing to her hair and just um, try to encourage her to maybe stop stressing as much, go see a doctor, consult a physician if this continues. That is our duty as a hairstylist. If you see things that are changing that are outside of your control and you don't know what's going on, you should tell your client to consult a physician. If they're just having dramatic hair loss, you know,
Mm-hmm.
very, very, very dry scalp, and their scalp usually isn't like that.
Mm-hmm.
Raised scabs in their scalp, if you see open
Mm-hmm.
wounds and blisters, you shouldn't even do their hair, honestly, if you see open wounds and stuff like that. But
Wow.
there are some instances where, and I have another client who
Mm-hmm.
going through something similar, hair loss. So for women, when you start losing your hair, immediately you panic, especially if you're used to wearing
Yeah,
your natural hair and you don't do extension, you panic. And so
that was me.
very first
Mm-hmm.
thing I want to do is calm my client down. I want her to remain
Okay.
calm. Because if it is something medical, if it is stress, added stress isn't going to help her. So,
Right.
I am in short, you go to your hairstylist for therapy, yes. Because
Yeah.
I care about you and I care about your,
Mm-hmm.
I want you to feel confident. I want you to feel beautiful. And when we lose our hair, we feel less confident and we feel less beautiful.
I absolutely agree with you. We do have a comment from one of our viewers,
Yes.
and before I go into that comment, I absolutely agree with you in everything that you have said, and especially, I believe, I don't know if you have done this, but you said that you do address it with the client, but and because you're not a doctor, you make them aware that they should visit a doctor because of what is happening with them. And I just really wonder, as you were saying, it's like how many hairstylists out there actually do that? Because some people are just in it for the money, and that is a sad situation, that they're just in it for the money. So I think people really do need to be aware that not everybody is equipped to
Yes.
be a hairdresser, a
Yes.
hairstylist,
The very,
and not everybody went to school for it, and not everybody, and it's a real situation because women are covering up, and there's nothing wrong with that.
Mhm.
There's nothing wrong with covering up what you're suffering with your hair, but you can't just keep on covering it up without getting the proper care.
Mhm.
And that is the point. And without the proper care, every time you take off the extensions, or every time that you take off the wig or the weave, you are looking at yourself and you're saying, oh my gosh, my hair is getting worse. Let me put this back on. And it's just adding to the problem. And I've seen that. I've seen, where hair after they take off their weaves and it's just not there anymore. And they just say, whatever. We have all these products that cover up. But when is the cover up going to stop?
Right.
When are you going to really take good care of yourself? Okay, because that is extremely important and it starts with every single aspect of your being. And that includes your hair and whatever is underneath your weaves and everything else.
Yes.
Okay, let me read this. Just bear with me 1 second.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, the queens know your hair is crowned. That is true.
Yeah.
Women take a blood pressure medication, but the side effects increased hair loss. What would you tell them to use? I believe that this, I'm sorry, go ahead. I'm not the expert. You go.
No, you're fine. So there's different products on the market. One, you always want to use a professional product. But when you're dealing with hair loss, now you need something that's medicated. Because hair loss now becomes, unless it's just like, it's dry and it's not, unless if it's due to you not doing what you're supposed to do for your hair and it's increased amount of shedding and stuff, but once you start being consistent with your hair regimen, you see it slow down, that's just because you're inconsistent. If it's something medical and now you're, experiencing hair loss because you're taking medication, now would be the time to ask your doctor, okay, what kind of medicated hair shampoo or conditioner can I use, or maybe drops or pills can I take to help my hair continue to grow, like to help my hair grow back. So I know, there's always a hair, skin, nail pill, biotin. Biotin aids in hair growth. That helps. There's different that have medicated solutions that help your hair grow, like Nioxin is one of those products, those shampoos and conditioners that help your hair grow. Redken has a shampoo and conditioner with bio. It's extreme, so it gives protein to your hair because hair is 90% protein. So
which I didn't know until you told me.
So their shampoo and conditioner adds protein to your hair, helps strengthen, and it helps retain and cut down on breakage. They also have an extreme length shampoo and conditioner that also has, now it has I'm not going to quote the method in it, but it also has biotin. It's extreme length. So after we get off live, I'll go ahead and send you that picture and then I'll post it to my story and you can post it to your story so the women can see who's asking this question, Coco. But that's talk to your doctor. Now, there are some hairstylists who are who have degrees and certifications in trichology, and that is study in hair loss. I haven't gotten that far yet. I would like to.
I'm sure you will.
I would really like to get into the study of trichology to know, okay, why are you losing your hair? How does this medical condition affect hair loss? Why does this medication make you lose your hair? Why does this surgery make you lose your hair? What is going on with your body that is resulting as hair loss as a side effect? So there are some products out there, but it would be either to consult a trichologist or to consult your physician.
I love that. I love that you said that. I love the like I said, people who are missing the live, I hope that they do listen in afterwards, because I mean, you really do drop gems. And I'm so appreciative of you coming on and bringing this awareness to women and men. So, and because they suffer from these things too.
Yes.
So it's not just about us women, although, we consider our hair our crowns, men suffer too.
Yes.
So thank you so much, Latifah, for that. I want to move on to the next question because I don't want to keep you too long. I mean, we can go on forever talking about hair and just being super dope, but yeah, thank you. Okay, so I wanted to know, do you service all genders and nationalities at your salon?
Yes. One thing I loved about being in school is that I had a diverse group of clients. I had women, I had Mexican women, I had Black women, I had mixed women. I had a diverse clientele, and I try my best to maintain that. Do more Black women seek me out? Of course. I'm a Black woman. I have similar hair, so they feel comfort. And I think it's not so much that she's Black and I'm Black. It's a deeper comfort thing. So everything in life, you know, you want to make a connection to somebody because doing hair is very, very intimate. That's an intimate service you're providing somebody with. So when we women that are the same color as us and that have the same similar hair as us, okay, I feel comfortable with her. Her hair looks fabulous. She knows what she's doing. Not always the case. You have to you know and understand hair. Not 3B, 3A, 4C. You have to understand hair. Why hair does what it does, and what you use to kind of combat that. You know what I mean? Because what I do your hair, Maria, might not work for, you know, somebody else. And what I do my hair might not work with a woman who has similar texture. You know, I had a client last night who had a very coily, full head of hair. But once you really get to brushing that hair out and you straighten it, it's paper thin. It's fine hair.
Wow. Yeah.
I can't put a lot of different products on her hair. It's going to weigh her hair down. Her hair is already fine. What can I do? Maybe add a volumizing product? You know? Now, I don't do volumizing product because now I have a lot of hair. So density, how much hair do you have? What's the amount? That's your density. Now, I have a very coarse texture of hair. So not only dense, it's coarse. So it's thicker. I don't need volumizing products. But, you know, I have a fine hair client who might want more volume, so I will use that on her. And so, but we're both Black women, right?
Right.
Both have
totally different.
But you cannot do the same thing. So that's number one. Teaching women that what works for her does not work for you. It is not one size fit all. And so sometimes we see in the African American community among women, we think one size fits all. No. One, we have to venture out in products, and that's why I love Redken and I lead women to, because I've had many clients, white, Black, Latina, it works for their hair. You know why? Because it's formulated for hair, not based by skin color, based on you know, and so
and that's so important. That's so important because when we go to all the shampoos and conditioners we use are over the counter, but when we go to a pharmacy to pick up whatever pharmacy, let me not mention any, but whatever pharmacy that we go to, we see sections where it says, you know, for this we have our section, and then we have other people's section, and it's like, oh, okay, this is for us, so let me grab that, thinking that because it's for our skin tone and not what our hair needs, that's what we should be using. And I thank you for knowing the difference and just educating me and now our audiences on that.
Yeah.
It's so important. It's so important. Let's talk about young clients. Have you had young clients in your salon?
I do, and they're my favorite clients. Let me tell you something about my mini clients, my little beauties. Little girl's hair, for her, no matter the ethnicity, a little girl's hair for her, that's like where her confidence lies. You know, that like the Coco said, that's our crown, right? And so younger clients, and most of my younger clients are African American little girls. The mom always tells me the same thing. I can't handle it. I can't manage it. So much hair. Usually when I see my younger clients, they're between the ages of 6 and 13, 14. And that's a crucial age for teaching them hair care and teaching mom hair care, because if you're not educated on what to do with your daughter's hair, you're going to result to things that will damage her hair for a very long time. Relaxers, perm, flat irons. Those are things that should only be used by professionals. And most moms are not professional hairstylists, right? Because it takes us time to learn our own hair. You know, I meet a lot of women, especially being here in Texas. I meet a lot of different mixed young girls. They might be Mexican and Black, or they're, you know, half white, half Black, whatever their ethnicity. And the moms have a completely different texture of hair, right? So mom hair does not work for me.
Right.
So that's
like myself and my daughter.
Right.
Yeah, we have totally different hair types, and there was a long time where I didn't know what to do with her hair. Very long time, and at some point I did damage it by putting in the texturizers.
Right.
just to try to manage it.
Yeah.
And so I did, and then I stopped. It was years ago, but then I stopped and realized that that wasn't working for her either. It was making it worse.
It was.
Yeah. So when there is a difference, because I see it with my daughter between when she doesn't have her hair done and when she does. You
Mm-hmm.
see the confidence come through. You see just the joy on their face when their hair is done and they could whip it back and forth. And, I just want to, I want people out there to know, and I know that you see it, that that is such an important part of their growth mentally,
Yes.
because the confidence that they get from that just it changes them.
Yeah.
Do you agree that that is true?
Definitely. It takes a toll on their confidence, especially when, young Black girls, if they don't see other girls who have hair like theirs, or they do see other girls that have hair like theirs and it's constantly done, it's constantly styled, or they see other girls of other ethnicities that have longer hair, straighter hair, and they're like,
Mm-hmm.
my hair straight. I want straight
Right,
hair. They result to
right.
use a flat iron, but you have to have knowledge of how to use that flat iron. And so I don't
Mm-hmm.
for young girls having relaxers unless the mom can afford to send her to the salon every week or every 2 weeks. Or
Wow. Okay.
the mom is equipped to take care of that hair at home. Because once you put chemicals in your hair, you are changing the chemistry of your hair. It's a chemical. So you're changing the chemistry
Mm-hmm.
of the hair. And
Mm-hmm.
not educated on how that relaxer changes the curl, what it does when it straightens, what kind of chemical
Mm-hmm.
that relaxer, and what the hair needs after putting that relaxer in there, the hair is going to be compromised. It's going to be damaged.
Right,
Once you
right,
put the relaxer in, the only way to get it back to its natural state is to cut the relaxer out. And so
right.
a lot of these young girls, like I started getting a relaxer at like 7 years old. My mom
Okay.
had a different texture of hair, and I had thick hair like wool, thick,
Mm-hmm.
thick, curly, spongy hair. And
Mm-hmm.
when you're young, you don't want to get your hair combed out. That hurts. You don't want to sit there.
Right. Yeah.
Mom the time to sit there and do that. She has two other daughters,
Right.
three daughters, completely different texture hairs, and mom
Oof.
hair. So you have four women with completely different
Mm-hmm.
Black. So what works for
Yeah.
my mom didn't work for me. So my mom did relaxers on me. But, and thank goodness I had an older sister who
Mm-hmm.
helped take care of my hair. So my hair didn't go through too much at that younger age, but a relaxer probably wasn't the best option for me.
Option. Right. Right.
Is your scalp, if you don't use it correctly, you can have chemical burn for years. You can have a chemical burn. A lot of people deal with that dermatitis and their scalp flakes, and they have sore.
Right. Mm-hmm.
It's because they had box perms and box relaxers that they didn't use properly, and now they have
Mm-hmm.
damaged chemical burns to their scalp. So a lot of
Wow.
people do. So with little girls,
Mm-hmm.
I really try to impart on moms, use the same shampoo. It's a little more expensive, yes, but my mom always says, buy cheap, buy again. And those professional products are chemically formulated to do something specific with your hair. If you can, a doctor's not going to give you something that you can just go grab off the shelf. If he's trying to treat something long term, you might be able to get some headache pills, but you're not
Right.
headache pills for years. If you keep having that headache, you have to get
Right.
you have to get to the bottom of why you're having that headache and get
Right.
longer term. It's no different than your hair.
Mm-hmm. And I agree. I agree.
Little girls, when I get a little girl in my chair, I talk to her. I talk to
Mm-hmm.
mom. She's she's a young woman. I talk to her.
Mm-hmm.
You want to flat iron your hair. You want to go for hairstyles. You want color. You have
Right.
to maintain that. But so we
Right.
want educators who, we have so much education for the hairstylist. Where's the
Right.
education for the client? Because they're
Right.
getting the service. So it has to
Right.
be a balance between the stylist being educated and educating, but also the client being educated as well. Because you go to a doctor and he treats you, you have to keep that up at home.
Right.
And it's no different with your hair.
Wow. That is an in-depth conversation
Hi,
when
Sarah.
it comes to yeah, there's a lot of people joining. Thank you, you guys. We're having a conversation in regards to just healthy hair journeys. and how it intertwines with mental health.
Yes.
And so, you know, we're almost at the end of our conversation, which I hate to do, but we definitely have to speak again. But we're not done yet.
We're not done.
No, we're not. Um, you know, with everything that you said, I just feel that you're absolutely right when it comes to educating the client.
Mm-hmm.
I don't go so much anymore to hair salons and things like that, because when I was going, I never got educated on my hair, ever. So I resulted to finding ways of dealing with my hair. But as I'm getting older, I realized that perhaps what I was doing all these years was not the best thing for my hair. And so now that I am in a position where I can say, okay, something's happening to me. I know that it's not, what do you call it? It's not medication or anything like that, because I'm not on any medications. What could it be? And this is why I went out and tried to find someone who knew what they were talking about. So I appreciate the fact that you are doing this, just coming across and letting people know, hey, you really need to get educated if you want a healthy hair, if you're looking for just to have just to feel good.
Yeah.
Because as women and men, but we're women, so I'm going to talk about us.
The women,
okay?
Yeah.
As women, this is, and Coco's right by saying this is our crown,
Mm-hmm.
you know, and we have to take care of it.
Yes.
And if we don't, it's going to lead to certain things like depression, like anxiety, and then those things compounded are going to create even more hair loss.
Mm-hmm.
Or hair damage, because I'm not well versed in everything. I'm just versed on what you told me for me, but I'm so glad that you're here. But and I know that you see these things,
Yeah.
you know, as a hairstylist and owning a salon, and then just going through just the variety of people that you do,
Mm-hmm.
and the hair that you do, you see it.
Yeah.
And how it plays such an important role in educating women about it. So I appreciate that you're trying to bring this to life as well. I'm just going around educating everyone.
Of course, you know, because it's definitely something that needs to be talked about. It's
Mm-hmm.
more than just what you see on the surface or what you see come out of your hair. You know,
Mm-hmm.
like if you're going to somebody and you're giving them money, you know, if you're paying them for a service, you should understand and know. You know, you ask the guy questions when he puts tires on your car. You ask
That's
the
true.
questions. You ask the tax person questions. Ask your hairstylist questions. You know, and we may not have all the answers either. You know,
Right.
it goes beyond just going to school. We have to continuously educate ourselves, right? So we have to
Mm-hmm.
higher education after we come out of cosmetology school, and most of us do. But
Mm-hmm.
you know, you're not just in the business of performing your service, you're in the business of helping people feel confident and feel beautiful. And so when
Yeah.
they feel like that and they don't understand what they should do, you know, like you said, that leads to depression, it leads to anxiety. Some women don't like to wear their natural hair because it's not socially acceptable to some people, and they're not confident enough to do it at home, or they feel like, oh, my hair's too thin, I want more body, so I'll just wear a wig, it's
Mm-hmm.
better. Or, oh, it's too thick, I can't manage it, I don't know what to do, my hair can't look like a wig can. Oh, I could make your natural hair look like a lace front, honey, I can. But that's because I
I
understand.
know you can.
I'm like, I made this look like a lace front, okay? But
Yes, you do.
it's possible. It's possible, but we have to have that kind of environment where a woman can feel comfortable enough to learn and not be made to feel ignorant. Like, why you don't know this, or why you don't know how to do your own hair, or whatever
Right.
it be. You know, it's our duty to teach them and to
Right.
you know, we have some people in the industry, and I see it. I don't say anything because I work.
Mm-hmm.
I got going on in LA Floyd Beauty Co. You know,
Mm-hmm.
you never want to make the client feel ignorant about having a bad haircut, or using
Right.
box dye, or using box relaxers, or using, you know,
Mm-hmm.
uh, uh, store products. That
Mm-hmm.
you never want to make the client feel ignorant or
Right.
stupid in a sense. You know, like they don't know what
Right.
They didn't go to school to learn
Right.
their hair. You went to school.
Right.
So now it's your duty to educate them and help them
Right.
change that so you can help them reach their hair goal. You know, some people have clients that stay with them for years. You
Mm-hmm.
go to anybody else. Why? Why is that? You know, so those are the clients you want. You want your clientele to stay with you. You know, you want
Mm-hmm.
with you. You want to learn how to change with them because the hair that they had 5 years ago might not be the hair that they have now.
Right.
No, but
And that actually happened to me. My hair was not the same at all. It got thinner. It got like a smoother texture. It's just, it got weird on me. It got weird on me. But I do want to just emphasize that I'm one of those people. I'm one of those people that didn't know. I'm one of those people that was afraid to speak to you even about my hair problems. And I was embarrassed to admit what I used and tried and things like that because I didn't know. Like, and I'm going to be open with people. Like, I was completely afraid of using regular shampoo. So I went to use a soap because I was afraid of the chemicals that were in the shampoos because I felt that they were making it worse. Right.
right.
So when we had our personal conversation and this is why I adore you so much because you made me feel so comfortable with letting you know exactly what was happening, what I used, and how I was using it.
Right.
And to have from going from our conversation, and I haven't talked to you since it was 2 weeks ago, but going from that personal conversation and what do you call it, consultation to now, there is a major difference. First of all, I was like, oh my God, the product, they
Yeah,
smell so good.
they smell
They
amazing.
smell amazing, amazing. And I mean, when you're walking past somebody and you go, oh, they smell so good. That's how I feel when even when I turn like I smell good, okay, and on a regular,
Yes.
but when I turn my head and just like a little bit and I could smell them, I was like, oh,
Yeah.
yes,
You
this
just
is what I've been looking for. Like,
uh,
it's just, it's essential.
yeah.
Essential. It gives you like a boost of, oh my God, I know I smell good from from the crown all the way to my feet. Like it just gives you a confidence that, and that's something that I haven't had. Like, you always try to make sure that your hair is clean and it's good and whatever, but and even the amount of times that I wash my hair
Mm-hmm.
has been reduced drastically.
Yeah.
Okay. And on top of that, I'm able to not even have to put a lot of products in it
Yeah.
and still at the end of the week have a fresh feel to my head, like a fresh smell, everything, just everything. And that alone just gives you the boost
Yeah.
that you need mentally to
Yes.
continue on to take care of your hair and to have that healthy hair journey. And that is what I appreciate so, so very much.
Yeah.
Yeah. So this has been a marvelous conversation.
It had
Okay.
so many.
I want to do it again. I want to do it again and come back and talk about other things and just continue to just have conversations around these topics. So this healthy hair topic,
Yeah.
in order to just bring more awareness,
Yeah.
in order to let people know that, okay, yes, you do want to step into a salon, but you need to find a salon that can service you wherever you are in the world.
Yes.
And with having your hair consultation is the beginning. So
Yes.
even if you go into a salon, like you don't know, I'm in New York and you're in Texas.
Mm-hmm.
I didn't know you, but I saw what you were doing and I loved it. And when I reached out to you and talked to you about it, you knew exactly what was going on with my hair because of the experience that you have had.
Mm-hmm.
But not only that, as a hairstylist and as a hair as a what am I trying to say? As a hairstylist, you are aware that I need professional assistance where I am at. So
Yeah.
you didn't take it upon yourself to say, oh, if I can't do her hair, if she's not in my chair and I'm not making that money, then I don't want to service her. And that is one of the things that I adore about you, that you are able to do consultations anywhere in the world from your home and still assist us in just having that confidence and having that great hair and the hair journey, that I appreciate it. And I hope that people really do see this and just go ahead and book the consultation with you so
Absolutely.
that they can experience what I have experienced and the gratitude that I have towards you because of what you are doing and how you're doing it and the education and the time that you took to get educated and to understand different hair types. So I appreciate you and thank you, thank you, thank you for coming on this live and just starting to bring awareness to this topic.
Thank you. Thank you for
You're
having me.
very, very welcome. You're
No,
very welcome.
I've had a very, very rough hair journey that started when my sister stopped doing my hair and she said, look, I'm not doing your hair no more. I was 13.
Oh.
And I was, I'm used to lasers getting flat iron. Like I've had fly hair since I was in elementary school. My hair stayed fly. But you know, when you get to an age and it's like, oh my goodness, I don't know what I'm doing, you know, you start experimenting, you start trying things out. You're following trends, and you know, I can start putting the body masser in myself and the blue packet of lightener and rinses. Got my hair with Kool-Aid. You try all these different things, you know.
Oh,
But
okay. I never heard of the Kool-Aid thing, but okay.
That's what the littler girls do. When your mom dye hair, you dye it with a pack of Kool-Aid. I'm not telling you to do that, but
no, please don't do that.
you know, that was a trend back then. You wanted red hair, well, you would use a red. It's like food coloring, you know.
Wow. I was never that girl ever.
It's similar to a demi-permanent, but you know, so it took me so long to find. For me, I like to look good because my mom always said, when you look good, you feel good. And that is very, very true. Look good, you feel good. So you want to start there, but it also comes from the inside.
Yes.
So having the confidence to ask questions, your hair, coming to understand your hair, you know, and not, oh, my hair has to look like hers, or my this, or my hair has to feel like this, you know. First thing I try to explain to women is, first of all, you have gorgeous hair. Let's just start there. Your hair is beautiful. Can you get it healthy? Yes. First things first, beautiful. Healthy hair is beautiful hair. Long hair, not blonde hair, not straight hair, not curly hair. Healthy. You know, so that's the goal, to get it healthy, because you might want to play with extensions. You might want to play in color. You know,
and there's nothing wrong with that.
Nothing wrong with that at all. You know, I love that for my. The beautiful thing about being a woman is you can change your look whenever you want to. You know, your look. If the foundation is not strong, then what you can do for that hair. And I'm not that hairstylist that's just gonna go take you to a level. I'm not even gonna take you to a level 7 blonde if I don't feel like your hair is healthy enough to do it. And also, feel like you're gonna come to me regularly to maintain, especially if you don't have the time to do it at home. That's an option for your hair. Can that for you and have you come back? Sure. But now your hair is breaking off, and now that's taking a toll on your mental health. I'm going to take your hair healthy. I do it here. You do what you can do at home. We work together to get you to that blonde bob that you want. And then when you get back to dark, while you blonde hair, we're maintaining it so you can go back to dark hair. You know,
I think oh, sorry, go ahead.
No, you're fine. You want your hair to be versatile. You know, you want to be able to look. And wigs are fun. Wigs are a great way if a look works on you before you make it permanent hair. Extensions are great, but even with extensions, your hair needs to be healthy. I see some things on Instagram that I cannot unsee, where people are putting extensions, very tight extensions, very heavy extensions on people's follicles and very weak hair. No. You know, if the client go ahead, it's okay, completely fine. But if the client's looking for a more long-term alternative to help them and they're trying to grow their hair back, that may not be the best option. So it's all about the best option for your hair, not what works for anybody else. You know, so that's why I would tell anybody watching this, seek out a hairstylist, a professional hairstylist, even if it's just to do a consultation. Always do a consultation first. That is so important. You would not go hire a lawyer without talking first, or you know, I would hope that you wouldn't consult anyone in making an important decision over your life without speaking to them first about what your goal is and how they can help you.
And yeah, I mean, that is something that you certainly taught me when we had our consultation. And like I said to you previously, and I think even on this live, it's like I've never done that. I've
Mhm.
never had
Yeah.
a stylist sit down and say, let's talk about your hair. It's just like having a facial. They
Yeah.
want to see your skin. They want to make sure that, you know, you can handle certain things, and then they recommend the products and try to build you up to having that glow that you want. And it's now my understanding, and this is why I appreciate you so much, on how to do that for my hair journey, for my healthy hair journey.
Yeah.
So absolutely. Latifah, I just want to thank you so very much for coming on once more and just bringing this awareness. Let's do this soon
Yeah.
again. Just to continue different types of conversations around it. If you're willing to do that, we can talk on the back end. And everyone who is here. Oh, Latifah, before I even disconnect,
Okay.
okay, where can they find you? What website? Where can they find you for hair consultations?
Yes, lafloydbeautyco.com. If you go to lafloydbeautyco.com, you just click the drop down menu, book now, and it's going to redirect you to my booking site, and you can schedule a healthy hair consultation. You can even look at my services. I give a description on what the service is, and there's prices there with the healthy hair consultation. If you do want to start your healthy hair journey, if you're laying the foundation of your healthy hair journey, it's a great place to start, because we talk about what your lifestyle habits are. You know,
Mm-hmm.
we talk about what products you're using. We talk about, how, brushing techniques, combing techniques, how often should you shampoo and condition, treatments
Mm-hmm.
are a big part of hair care that we are leaving out.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Hair conditioners, the clothing, treatments are the food. So are you getting the
Mm-hmm.
kind of treatments, and just really getting to know you, to see where your confidence lies, where your strong suit is, where your weaker points are, and helping to formulate a regimen for you that's realistic.
Right.
I try to every week. I really try to shampoo every week. I get
Mm-hmm.
busy. Be
Mm-hmm.
honest, I go to 2 weeks. I
Mm-hmm.
might be okay. I have shampoo in 2 weeks.
And you can. With
I
the products that you recommend, you can. I can
you
tell you that now. Like, you can go 2 weeks with the products that you recommend, because like I said, after a week my hair is still fresh. So I'm
right.
like, wow, before I was washing so often just to make sure that my hair didn't smell. But now I'm like, oh yeah. She taught me, and I finally found the person, and I found the products, and I appreciate that. So thank you. I hope you guys absolutely get a consultation if you have not done so already. I don't know who's on the live that is listening and is her client, but for those of you who are not, go get a hair consultation.
Yes, and
You will not regret it.
let's
You will not.
that healthy hair journey. I want to be a part of helping you achieve the hair of your dreams, even if you do not sit in my chair. You
Mm-hmm.
find somebody, helping you do the research and helping you find somebody in your city that cares, that can really help you, somebody that you can stick with. I'm all for that. I just
Mm-hmm.
feel beautiful and feel confident. I love when I see a woman looking nice. I'm like, girl,
Yes.
your hair looking,
Yes.
you look
Yes. I'm telling you, it makes a big difference. It
good.
makes a big difference. It makes a huge difference.
See that?
That confidence, I mean, there may be other factors in your life, but to look good from head to toe
Yeah,
and to feel good and look in the mirror and say, okay, yeah, this is working, to just have that
yeah.
a confident booster, and it brings your anxiety levels down, your depression. It helps all of it,
Yeah.
all around.
And like we
Hmm.
that understanding and that education, nobody can take that from you. When you have education, you feel confident in what and you're
Hmm.
confident to be able to carry something out, to be able to make
Right.
something happen. So, if we want women to look and feel good, let's teach them how to do that. Let's teach them how to do their hair.
Absolutely.
Home,
Absolutely.
even at home, because if you want to do something specific with your hair, but I'm seeing you once a month, it's only
Hmm.
I can do to get you,
Right.
if you're coming to me once a month. If you're
Right.
month, but you're doing what you need to do every week. Then
Hmm.
you know what I mean?
Right.
Now because now we're going to get to that hair goal much faster. And sometimes
Right.
don't see progress is because they don't have
Hmm.
So, but good.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Yeah. Oh my goodness. Oh well,
I'm
we
glad
are going to be,
you.
say that again?
I'm glad your regimen has worked for you. I'm
Yes, it is. It is. It is. So, and even my daughter's here, she'll swing and she's like, oh, smells good. And I'm like, yeah, so that means a lot to me. So thank you. Okay, so we're going to let you go and we're going to let everybody go and just thank you so much once more. If you don't know about the Zip Zip mask, go ahead and look us up at zipzipmask.com. It's a vertical zipper mask and you're going to love it. I have to get your address. Well, I have your address. I'm going to send one out to you and your baby so that we can, so you guys can test it out and let me know how you feel about it.
I'm
All right.
I want to purchase my mask. I want to.
Oh, thank you.
I want to purchase.
Okay. Well, it's definitely a whole bunch of them there that you can choose from, and I'll send it out to you. But thank you so very much.
Of course, thank you, and I hope you enjoy the rest of the evening. And everybody that joined, if you have questions, DM me. You can DM me questions, and you can book a consultation, and we can start there. All right.
Yes. Yes. Thank you. Have
Oh,
a good night.
bye.
Okay. Bye. Okay, you guys, thank you so much for joining.